Well, here I am, back again defending another pretty damn good low-budget horror movie. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So very quickly before we get into this review, I just wanted to say we're coming up on 2,000 subscribers. Very quickly in a nutshell, if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you probably know I don't monetize this channel. I don't do it to make money. I like talking about horror movies, and this is a great platform to do it on. And the channel's really growing pretty quick. I'm actually impressed about how fast it's growing. But anyways, in a nutshell, every year, Christmas time, there is a toy drive here in London, a toy drive for kids that I would like to give money to. I give to lots of charities throughout the year, but last year what I did is I matched my sub count at that time, at Christmas time, and I think it was like 780 or 790, something like that. Anyways, I cut a check from Happywax TV and I took it down to the toy drive and we donated it, and it was great. It was awesome. And this year I would really like to be at 2,000 subscribers by Christmas time so I can cut a check of my own money, Happywax TV money, and donate it to the FM96 Christmas toy drive that they do every year. So yeah, I'm going to match the sub count again this year, but it would just be nice to cut a check for $2,000 and donate it and just help some kids out at Christmas. So I know we just got done Halloween and you're probably saying, what are you fucking talking about Christmas for already? But this is important to me with helping kids out and stuff, especially at Christmas time. And yeah, again, I don't monetize the channel to make money, so don't think I'm trying to suck you in so I can get a paycheck from YouTube, because I don't do that shit. So whatever, I've got a great job and I make tons of cash, and I love to donate to help kids and needy people. So anyways, sub count matched at Christmas time. It'd be nice if it was up around, or at least 2,000 anyways. So share these videos, get the word out there, and that'd be awesome. So, okay, enough said about the channel. So now we are going to defend this movie. It is called Door in the Woods. Again, I have done what I should not do, and I've gone on IMDb, and this movie has a rating of 3.4. And again, I'm going to say, well, I know why, but I just, and I'm not going to insult people and call them names and bozos like I did last time, because everybody is entitled to their opinion. And if you just straight up don't like this movie, I mean, all the more power to you. I mean, I get it. I can understand why a lot of people won't like this movie, and I'm going to explain that. So anyways, the movie is called Door in the Woods. It just came out very quickly. It is written and directed by Billy Chase Goforth. This is his first full-length feature. He's got a couple short movies and stuff out there. And then basically in a nutshell, it doesn't have a huge cast. It stars Jennifer Mathis, David Sneal, CJ Jones, who is just fucking amazing in this movie. And then the little boy, Kane, played by John Michael Fisher. And then there's just like subcast and stuff. But basically, I'll read the synopsis quick and then we'll get into this. Where the fuck is it here? So things take a turn for the worst when a small town family finds an abandoned door in the woods and is this just an abandoned door or a gateway to something so dark no one sees coming? Okay, so that is basically this movie in a nutshell. This family moves to this small town just because the kid is having issues. So they put him in a private school. He's still having issues. Gets suspended from school because he got in a fight. He's getting bullied and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's no reason for that. You know what I mean? Bullying fucking sucks. But that's not what this is about. So anyways, he gets suspended. So his parents ground him, but they know it's not really his fault. So what they do is they want to get out of the house, right? Because the counselors at school are saying maybe he's spending too much time on TV and the phone apps and all the bullshit, the electronics. So they decide to go for a hike in the woods. And that's where they come across this door in the woods. It's literally a fucking door in the woods. It's in the trailer. You know what I mean? So the mom, who is more or less a stay-at-home mom, but she wants to start up a crafts kind of a website, and she sees this door. And I mean, in reality, no one's gonna fucking take this door. I mean, it's got a chain around it. It's the weirdest thing. It looks cool out there, and it's all beat up. But anyways, she takes it home because there's a closet of this house that they moved in that either needs curtains or this door, which will fit. So she crafts it all up, paints it, makes it look new again, and they install this door. And that's pretty much the end of Act 1. You know what I mean? And then Act 2 is, you know, shit starts to happen at night and stuff with this door. You know, it opens. It's a portal to another dimension is basically what it is. Okay, so and demons come out of this, and we learn in the second act because the mom kind of investigates. And again, this isn't spoilers. It's in the trailer. She investigates the town. You know, it does have quite a few missing children going about. And she finds, where the door is standing, there used to be a house there and it got burned down. And she finds this out by doing research at the library and stuff. Anyways, she goes to this neighbor that lives kind of in the bush as well. And then she gets the background history of what took place in this house and the evil that comes with this door. And then the mom realizes, you know, we got to get this fucking door out of the house. But in the meantime, the child, Cain, is at home by himself. So in a nutshell, she runs books at home, the dad books at home, and the kid's gone. He's been abducted. We don't know. Well, we do know, but, you know, for sake of spoilers, we don't know. And then they call in Uriah, played by C.J. Jones. I'll tell you, man, I've never seen this guy in a movie before, but he is fantastic. I would rank him right up there. Like, he's kind of what do you call it? Like a median, you know what I mean? Like he'll bless houses and does the tarot cards and all that stuff. Man, this guy is fucking awesome. I would rank him right up with the lady, and for the life of me, I know you guys are going to kill me. I can't remember what the woman's name is in Poltergeist, the little short lady that they call in to exercise the house and get the girl back. That's kind of his character, and he fucking kills it in this movie, okay? So anyways, that's all I'm going to say about this movie as far as going past, you know, the halfway point, because that's when, you know, all the big shit starts to happen, right? So, but my issue is this movie is getting a lot of bad reviews. 3.4 out of 10 on IMDb for 124 votes. Listen, this is just my opinion. So my channel, I'm going to give my opinion. If I was to rate this movie, I would probably give it like a 7, okay? Maybe a 6.5, 7. It is not a 3.4 fucking movie. Again, I've said this before. I have seen movies that are 3.5, and this movie is nowhere fucking close. But I'm going to tell you why people are looking at it like this. This film has a very, I wouldn't say slow burn, but the first half of it is character building, trying to show how this family who loves each other, and you know what I mean, like the mom and dad, and they're really trying to work with their son and not give up on him and give him a good life, and they want him to do well in school, and you know what I mean, and they don't want to put him on these drugs to help with his attitude, you know what I mean, like you have to watch it and find out. But you know, and I like that part about it, you know what I mean. And I did also too, I liked in the third act, you know how you watch a lot of movies and say and it's the same thing with this movie, the mom finds out that the door is a portal to another dimension, right? The dad is still kind of on the fence, but you know how you get these movies where the one of the parents is just such an unbelieving asshole that it just, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're fucking crazy. And well, what I liked about this movie is that the dad actually got on board pretty quick. He didn't pull. I can't for the life of me pull a movie out of the top of my head where it's happened, but it's happened in fucking tons. Where one parent is so fucking standoffish because they can't even fathom the fact that this door is possessed, or you know, this article or the house is haunted or something. It happens all the time in fucking horror movies, and I hate it because it pits the two parents or the two people against each other. And for me, I fucking hate those kind of movies. That is the one thing I love about this movie, is both parents came together really quickly and figured out that this fucking door is fucked and they need to get rid of it and get their son back, and they work together to do it. And that's where I'm going right now, is where they call in C.J. Jones or Uriah, okay? But what I'm getting at is this movie has a very kind of a poltergeisty feel to it, or that style of movie where they have to go in to the other fucking dimension. You know what I mean? Like, not so much a Conjuring movie, but more of an Insidious style movie, okay? Where they have to kind of go in the other realm to get their child back. Okay, sorry if that's a spoiler, but I need to get my point across here. Okay, so this movie, okay, and people don't, and I get it, people don't research movies like I do, or other reviewers probably. They just go on what they, you know, what we say. And a lot of these movies that I do come video on demand. So a lot of people I find lately actually is they watch the movie because it's so readily available, and then they come to YouTube looking for reviews. Well, okay, if you do a little bit of research, this movie was only made for $175,000. Okay, I'm going to tell you straight up, this does not look like a movie that was made for $175,000. There's hardly any CGI in it. It is pretty much all practical. But what it tries to do is kind of like, it's one of those movies it'll sit with you after it's over, because these parents have to make a decision at the end of the fucking movie, okay? And if anyone doesn't find it unsettling, then check yourself for a pulse. I mean, there's nothing that jumps out at you, you know what I mean? And there's no like blood and splatter and people getting torn apart and stuff like that. But it's just, basically it boils down to what they have to do, the deal they have to make with this demon in order to get their child back. You know what I mean? So, and I'm a parent, I have 2 kids, and that really took me back. You know what I mean? I've been thinking ever since I watched this movie, if I would make that fucking decision. You know what I mean? Because you're not just affecting your life, but you're potentially affecting hundreds of other lives too. Do you know what I mean? So, again, I don't want to say too much about the third act, but when they go to this door to kind of cross over to the other side, it's very slow and it's very drawn out, but it's very, they're trying to show you all the different techniques that Uriah has to use to force these demons in order to make a deal. Do you know what I mean? And again, this is a movie that is made for less than $200,000. I mean, most big budget movies, the catering is way more than 200 grand. You know what I mean? So this movie is like, I'm telling, it is fucking low budget, man. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I didn't think it was like the best movie I've ever seen, but it was definitely fucking watchable, and the acting is top notch. And this CJ Jones fucking killed it, man. Like I loved his character and his reactions to the other characters. And when he's trying to conjure these demons, like I just thought this movie was great. But I think so many people are so used to these James Wan style movies, where like Insidious and stuff, where you go into their realm and there's all this big budget production and stuff like that. Like, yes, they cross over, they go through this door for a very short period of time, but again, it's nothing fantastic. You're not going to sit there and go, holy fuck, look at that, that's just amazing. Do you know what I mean? But it's cool. Do you know what I mean? And it's more, this movie is like a breakdown of a family trying to get their kid back, and the harsh decision they have to make at the end to get their fucking kid back. You know what I mean? But I think everybody wants to see these high budget, jump scares. There's a few creepy scenes in this movie, but not a ton. Do you know what I mean? But I think we're just so brainwashed that we miss out on a lot of really good low budget movies. And again, this movie is fucking super low budget. You know what I mean? And it's a shame, because they're expecting these movies like The Nun, you know what I mean, with these fucking jump scares. And I mean, The Nun is fucking terrible. Okay, I'll say that till the day I die. It's a fucking shit movie, and I will argue with anybody. It's all it is fucking 90 minutes of jump scares. It's fucking terrible. But I mean, you get movies like The Conjuring and Insidious and Poltergeist that are fucking classics, and they're awesome. But you got to look at the budget that these movies had. I mean, we're talking millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, this movie was made for pennies, really. In the movie realm, 175 grand. I mean, that's fucking nothing. So anyways, I'm to the point of rambling now, but it just kind of irks me when I see the ratings that movies like this get. And I think people just aren't giving them a chance. And hey, again, if you don't want to, that's fine. But I'm going to fucking voice my opinion. And I'm going to tell you, my opinion is that you're wrong. Because this movie is fucking good. It's well acted. And for the very limited resources that they had, I thought they fucking killed it. So anyways, if this ever gets back to the director or the production crew or the actors, I mean, bravo. You guys did a fucking great job. Is this the best movie I've ever seen? Hell no, not even fucking close. But I'll tell you one thing, it is not a 3.4 fucking movie, god damn it. I'd give it at least a 7. You know what I mean? Like, I liked it. I really did, and I highly recommend it. So anyways, it's out on video on demand now. You can find it anywhere. Please rent this movie. I mean, these guys kicked ass, in my opinion, and worked really hard on this flick, and it shows. It really does. So don't go on IMDb and look at those reviews, because most of them are fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to fucking tell you. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? In fact, I'll say something. I have a strong feeling that down the road, this movie might get actually remade by a bigger budget studio and might actually get a budget, you know, like a huge budget. And then, you know, people will be jumping all over it because, oh, look at all the special effects and all this bullshit. You know what I mean? But just take this movie for what it's worth. And it's a good fucking story. And it does have a very unsettling ending. You know what I mean? If you have a fucking conscience. So anyways, Door in the Woods, it's out now. Check it out. If you have seen it, let me know what you think. If you haven't, go fucking rent it. Come back here and let me know what you think, because I'm curious to see if you guys are maybe looking at this the way I do. Again, I don't focus a lot on big budget movies. I do a few of them, but the majority of them I stick to video on demand, low budget movies, because I mean, honestly, God honestly, that's where the fucking good movies come from, especially in the last, like, I don't know how many years, man, because mainstream Hollywood, they put a few good movies out, but for the most part, their horror movies are shit. So video on demand is the way to go, man. And this low budget stuff that's coming out is fucking killer. So anyways, Door in the Woods, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe. Be nice to get up around 2,000. And yeah, guys, until next time, stay scared.